A very good evening and thanks for clicking on to the Sunday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Hope everybody is well and staying safe and warm out there. Of course, we do have quite an ongoing ice risk at this time with plenty of shower activity, and then, of course, temperatures dropping during the overnight period. Really, once that sun goes down, we're seeing the temperatures plummet day in and day out. And this cold spell looks as if it's going to maintain itself for the next several days anyway. Of course, the models have been back and forth in terms of the timing of a potential warming trend, and still there is a question mark over the end of this upcoming work week. Do we start to introduce something milder coming in now? Of course, I did say a way back during the month of November that I do think that we would turn to milder in the week running up to Christmas, and I still stand by that idea overall. That I think this pattern, albeit it locks in and it hangs around for quite a considerable amount of time. But again, questioning the timing of the cold end, and we'll return to something a little bit milder. So just wanted to kind of put that out there. This was a scene at Carbridge just a few days ago. Our good friend Lee at Highland Weather took this beautiful shot here. Very cozy looking, actually. Just almost a Christmas card perfect image. Deep snow covering the ground, the trees, a nice little light on in the house just across the way. Just a beautiful setting indeed. So certainly do appreciate Lee's contribution on Twitter, and he's been tweeting a few great images, retweeting or tweeting some great photographs of wintry scenes from Carbridge. We're seeing some amazing scenes out of the Corgarth area of Aberdeenshire as well, where we've got, it must be a good foot and a half of snow, I would say, in that area, and under clear skies, light winds. Unofficial temperatures, I think, are going to drop close to 20 below zero in the next couple of nights here. I know that sounds excessive, but folks, I'll explain in just a second how we could get to that. This was an amazing scene here. Mark Shackleton of Dartmoor here, beautiful images here of frost encased ground here over Exmoor, or Dartmoor, I should say. So amazing images coming out of almost UK wide, and I think this is now representative of how this cold spell is now starting to really dig in. Now we're starting to see it maturing. We're starting to see temperatures that are noteworthy, and we're seeing snow becoming more expansive. So we're really setting the scene now for what could be very, very cold nights in the upcoming few days to come. This is unofficial readings here from Lee's network of weather stations. This was temperatures at noon today, and we had temperatures well below freezing. Loch Lascarnock, just an hour's drive from here, was reading minus 6.8 at noon. And as of 3 p.m., temperatures over that snowpack was dropping to minus 9. So this is Acravade. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but his weather station here at 3 p.m. was registering minus 9, and that is quite impressive temperatures, by the way. And then, of course, as we go, so there's Corgarth there, minus 9. Several places registering temperatures well below freezing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course, now that the sun has set, the temperatures are dropping like a stone. So, of course, radiational cooling is going to become something that's mentioned here in the channel over the next few nights. When you've got the stage set, when you've got a nice cold air mass in place, high pressure starts to build over that snow cover. You're maximizing the potential for radiative cooling, where, of course, any kind of heat within the atmosphere gets released back to space, especially where there's snow-covered ground. And then day, night, we increase that cooling potential, and therefore nights become colder, afternoons become colder as well. So we're losing We're not really gaining any kind of warmth from the sun. Of course, we're approaching the shortest day of the year. But each night that the temperature drops lower, the recovery during the daytime is also less. So therefore, once the sun sets, you're setting a much lower base temperature and then increasing the potential for colder and colder day in and day out. I hope that explains it as clear as possible, but we're maximizing the potential over the next couple of nights for temperatures dropping. I would reckon minus 15 is possible somewhere tonight, possibly even lower than that over the next couple of nights here. The reason why here is that we're seeing a reversal in the core of cold. So over up until now, the core of cold has been over England and Wales. We've seen temperatures, or well, I say England and Wales. Southern Scotland, the lowest temperature so far is minus 9.2 at Estelmuir in Dumfries and Galloway. We've also seen a temperature not that far from the south coast of nearly minus 9. Very impressive, by the way, for no snow on the ground. I'll put this to you, by the way. See very thick frost covered ground. I've always questioned when you've got a locked in cold spell, temperatures not getting above freezing by day, temperatures dropping to double digits during the overnight period. Does thick frost on the ground act similar to snow cover? That's a question for you. And let me know in the comments section below what you think about that, because I do know that there's some ex-Mets that are watching these videos. There's also professionals that are watching these videos as well. Let me know what you think, by the way, about thick frost, say thick hoarfrost, especially when you've got fog that develops the moisture from that fog. Then, of course, you get the freezing temperatures. The ice builds up on any kind of object, and I'm wondering, does that act similar to snow-covered ground? I've often thought that, but I'm not 100% sure. But we're starting to kind of reverse the overall pattern. So we're starting to increase freezing fog over England and Wales. Still calm conditions, temperatures last night. Coldest temperatures in parts of East Anglia, by the way, last night since December 2010. For the month of December, at least, anyway. But what we're going to start to see is we're losing the northerly winds over Scotland, and high pressure is developing inland areas. We've still got shower activity, by the way, around coastal areas, but inland we don't have the same cloud cover. We don't have the same breeze, that northerly breeze. That's been keeping the temperature at or slightly above freezing day and night. Now what we've got settled conditions, clear skies, light winds, and of course with snow cover, the power of snow cover, it's the most reflective surface on the planet, and therefore we lose any type of heat during the daytime. So temperatures are going to take a massive tumble both tonight. We've got colder base temperatures during the day tomorrow, even colder tomorrow night, if we have the clear skies and light winds in place, which I think we will. So this is off the GFS. This is the overview chart. There's a frontal boundary with milder air bumping into the south of Ireland, southwest parts of England and Wales. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to see heavy snowfall breaking out here. So let's play through the sequence. Still got plenty of shower activity over the islands, over the northwest highlands. There's the area of high pressure sitting bang slap over that snow cover, folks. Temperatures, like I say, are going to take a tumble during the overnight period here. And then as we go through the course of this evening and into tomorrow night, we've got that system coming in from the southwest here. So we are going to start to see snow breaking out, I think, across Southern Ireland, southwest England. So the middle portion of this upcoming work week, we could have potentially a significant snow event for inland areas of the southwest, through Dorset, through Hampshire, possibly Kent as well. But notice it doesn't penetrate further north. This, of course, is the GFS run. We could have a different outcome. It all depends on how far north that boundary gets. That's where we're going to see the snowfall breaking out. Now we're back in northerly winds, if you notice here, across more northern areas of the British Isles, but it's basically reinforcing the cold that's already in place. But of course, as you spread out the isobars, especially Thursday night, Friday night, we're re-establishing that area of high pressure over the snow cover will return to the potential for temperatures minus 16. Believe it or not, I think anyway it's on the table of minus 20. I could be wrong. I could be overdoing it. And I'll hold my hand up if I'm too cold with that. But I think the potential is very much there for some very, very low temperatures indeed. 850 temperatures, by the way, don't have to be excessively cold to see temperatures as low as that. See, back in 1995 when Altnahara hit minus 27.2, a tie for the coldest temperature ever recorded in the UK. 850 temperatures weren't actually that cold. But because you've got a lid on the above that snow cover, all the cold air sinks to low-lying areas. So you could have temperatures at Cairngorm, for example, over 4,000 feet above sea level. You could have the temperature maybe only a few degrees below freezing, but down in Aviemore, 12 miles away, you could have temperatures well into the teens below freezing. So it's an inversion. You've got a reverse of the kind of the general trend of cooling with height. That gets reversed when you've got high pressure and sinking air over top. But certainly the stage is set now, folks, for the coldest air mass of the entire episode. And then, of course, the question is, do we see that change to milder now? As the GFS is portraying, we are starting to see a little bit more influence of the Atlantic by the time we reach the end of this upcoming work week and into the weekend here. So it's going to be interesting to see whether this materializes. But certainly the GFS is indicating something milder coming in by the time we reach next weekend. But that's very subject to question, of course. This is the current radar chart over the UK. Plenty of snow shower activity, as you can see here, over the West Highlands. Rain falling at the coastline as we progress down over the British Isles here. We can see what's going on. So we've had snowfall breaking out across many parts or several parts of England and Wales over the last 24 hours. Interesting stuff going on over the capital at the moment here. Is there anybody in and around the Greater London area? Let me know in the comments as well whether you're seeing snowfall. But that looks as if that's quite interesting, by the way. South and southeast England is seeing some heavy snowfall breaking out, especially over high elevations. So that's certainly worth letting me know what's going on. These are the current temperatures as of 20 to 7 on Sunday evening. Well below freezing now, and the temperatures are going to continue to drop through the course of the night. Still got the temperatures sub-freezing all the way down to the south coast. We've got a little bit milder air, slightly milder air coming in to the southwest, but that's associated with cloud and outbreaks of rain, sleet and snow. Chilly night across Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland as well. I do believe Dublin has just seen its coldest December night since 2010 as well here. So lots going on. Lots going on indeed. Certainly the CFSV2, week 1, so the next 7 days, firmly below freezing, or below normal, should I say, actually. Get it right, Mark. Even week 2, notice that, period between the 17th and the 24th of December, still firmly below normal, if you notice here. Then the model sees a turnaround to milder the week between Christmas and New Year, and the cool shifts over to the central portion of Europe here. Some nice snow images coming out of Poland as well, with that snow system lifting north. So always nice to see stuff coming from the continent as well with regards to photographs of the snow and the ice and whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on at the moment. Actually, parts of Serbia had record warm temperatures in response to the mild conditions that we're seeing over the southeast of Europe. So it's not just about the cold across the continent of Europe, freezing conditions in the west, but we are seeing mild southerly winds in the east, and that is bringing record warmth. I probably will do a global weather and climate report in the next day or so, and we'll look more in detail about what's going on elsewhere away from the UK. So, as always, I do appreciate you watching these videos. I appreciate the new subscriptions, lots of views. It's not all about clickbait, but it's more about giving you the information from an unbiased perspective, showing you what's going on, showing you the potential within the pattern, and giving you some opinion as well. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. See you again hopefully tomorrow with more. Bye for now.